Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. We have some big news. It's not quite breaking anymore. It was barely breaking yesterday when you broke the news, but RJ Davis, first team All American, ACC Player of the Year, arguably the best guard in college basketball last season. Maybe now the preseason National Player of the Year. Is that going too far? He announced, well, he didn't announce, but he is coming back to school, according to your sources. He's going to be the only first team All American that is back in college next season. A guy that averaged 21 points per game for a number one seed and an ACC champion. RJ Davis is back, baby. What does it mean for North Carolina, Jeff?
It means that they've got maybe the best guard in the country back, a guy that they could put the ball in his hands and tell him to go make a play. And, he didn't just, he put up, we talk about empty numbers. And what RJ Davis did was he put up actual numbers that meant something last year for a winning team. And he was the cornerstone of that team. Now, they had a lot of good pieces. Obviously, we know they brought in some really good transfers that fit, that work together, right? Harrison Ingram, Cormac Ryan, Elliot Cadeau coming in as a reclassed freshman, worked out well with Baycott and RJ. But having RJ back and, listen, I've been told by a bunch of sources here that there were plenty of teams that tried to squeeze RJ Davis, and squeeze is probably the wrong number because they gave him a big number to get in the portal and transfer. And he never did that because Carolina moved forward fairly quickly to make sure that he understood that they were going to give him fair market value. And also the benefit here was going to be, hey, listen, watch what Armando Baycott did and how revered he is and the connections he's going to have in Chapel Hill for the rest of his life. You're going to have those. You're also going to have a chance. We're going to surround you with enough that you can hopefully get back deep into the NCAA tournament. And you're not an NBA player right now. You're not going to get anything more than a two-way. So go back, make more money, play for a program that, again, you've got strong connections with, and it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, he's going to have a chance to win a national title and a National Player of the Year award at one of the most storied programs in the history of college basketball. And the fact that he did not opt to enter the portal and decided to come back to school instead of going out and chasing. I promise you that if he had gone to the portal, he probably would have gotten a bigger number than he's going to get from North Carolina. That's just the way that these things work. When you drive up the demand, the number is going to get higher. So to see him come back and kind of say, this is what I want, this is where I want to be, is it's a pretty cool thing. And I will be rooting for him. I want to see good things happen. I want to see guys that make this decision to come back to school get rewarded, because I do think one of the biggest issues that we have in college basketball right now is there is not enough continuity year over year with some of these players. But you mentioned something. You said that North Carolina said that they were going to have enough around him to be able to compete for a national title. Right now, what they got, Seth Trimble has pulled out of the portal. Elliot Cadeau is coming back to school. They had a couple of really good freshmen coming in on the wings, and Ian Jackson and Drake Powell, who both seem like they're more of the Seth Trimble kind of addition than they are going to be like a Cooper Flagg level addition. Jalen Withers is back. Harrison Ingram is back. Jalen Washington is back. Zayden High is back. They probably need to go out and find another big guy in the portal somewhere. But I do think that on paper right now, even if they don't get that big guy, bringing back Cadeau, bringing back Seth Trimble, bringing back Harrison Ingram, pretty much guarantees that you're going to be in the mix for at minimum an ACC title this season.
I mean, you got your perimeter trio, right? I mean, those three guys, RJ, Cadeau, and Trimble. Those are going to eat up the bulk of the minutes. And like you said, Zayden High is a kid that I know Armando Baycott's really, really high on. We've talked about him, and he thinks he could have a breakout year with a ton of minutes in front of him. So, if you go Zayden High, who's a 6'9" sophomore, didn't play a whole heck of a lot this year, with Jalen Washington, Withers is a rotation forward. And then you got Ian Jackson, who's going to fight for minutes also in the perimeter. Mm-hmm. You and I saw him last year, talented. What I didn't like about him when I saw him in the AU circuit, his team lost by 30 and they all quit. And that, again, I only saw him a couple times, but I can't get that out of my head. I know he's talented. I didn't love that. Drake Powell, talented as well, comes in with a big rep. So they probably need another guy or two in the portal. And I'm not sure, like, they need one high level, probably interior presence type guy. And then probably just one other piece, Rob. Probably one other, like, big wing who can defend at a high level. And I know
You
Trimble
can
can
shoot it.
defend, like,
Shoot it.
yeah, like another shooter, I guess, because Cadeau's not a shooter. So maybe that's what it is, a 6'5" dude who can just stand out there and drill threes.
Yeah, like Kobe Brea, who is, if you want to know what teams are valuing right now in the portal, look at a guy like Kobe Brea, who averaged 11 points per game last year at Dayton. You know who's on his list right now,
He'd be
Goodman?
perfect.
It is Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, and UConn, the five blue bloods in the world of college basketball right now. Maybe someone like a Cade Tyson, the transfer from Belmont, just a bigger wing that can stand out there, be a little bit swishable, going to guard for you, and going to make shots to pull people away from the basket. But you're right. They also need a big body, big interior presence. I want to thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.